We are back for episode 3. First, we definitely want to make note that this is the old way of us doing Fans of Something Live as compared to the previous one with Durant Cinema. On that one, we were using like a webcam, and I just wanted to see how it looked, sounded, and everything. Unfortunately, the audio on that one wasn't too great on the webcam, so we reverted back to the MacBook. So
we're experimenting.
Yeah, we have to figure all this out, and once we get to Savannah, we'll have all the technical stuff figured out, and we'll probably start purchasing different cameras and microphones and whatnot. But we are here. It is a rainy day / night here in Florida where we're located. I'm sure it's the same for Boogie Woogie Collectibles. So this is interesting because this is our second guest that we're having on Fans of Something Live, where they have a Funko Pop Con connection. Now, I'm sure everybody out there has heard us talk about this ad nauseum, Funko Pop Con, but it's a great event. It's a great event that takes place in Orlando every 3 months, I think is what Johnny said. So it's really, really good. It's really interesting. And it introduces you to a lot of different collectors out there. And this is the case with Boogie Woogie Collectibles. So after the convention, and we decided we wanted to do something like a live stream show where we have guests on, I was like, all right, we gotta reach out to Boogie Woogie Collectibles, and we'll get into names and everything like that, because just before we went live, I was talking with him, and I was like, I actually only know you by Boogie Woogie Collectibles. I don't even know what your name is.
His legal name is Boogie Woogie.
Yeah, he pulls out his driver's license. It's Boogie Woogie Collectibles. Boogie W Collectibles. But we're going to get into all that stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to show some recent purchases as well. See, if this was a video, like an edited video right there, like I would have cut right there and I would have started over. But that's the beauty of live. So let's stop chit-chatting, because we do that enough in our edited videos. Let's bring in Boogie Woogie Collectibles right there. Right there, guys. What's up?
How are you?
Awesome. All right, so we'll let you guys introduce yourselves, because we don't want to speak for you.
I'm George, and this is...
I'm Alexis.
Alexis, and you're married?
No. We've been together for 3 years.
Okay.
I would say I kind of dragged her along on this journey.
Well, I would not give him all the credit. I guess he knew some stuff and I knew some stuff, and then together we built from that stuff. And obviously, this is just a portion. A very small portion of what we have.
Yeah.
But these are probably our most favorited. We try to keep them as up to date as we can.
Okay.
But I want to say it's definitely been a ride, definitely been a journey. In the beginning, we did collect a variety of stuff, but then we narrowed it down to what we really liked.
Yeah.
Horror, anime.
That's actually kind of funny, because take horror and just turn that into like movies and TV. That's me, and you're anime. That's funny. So when you guys met, who was, so George was the avid collector?
Yeah, I'm the nerd.
Okay. And then Alexis just kind of tagged along, and you were you reluctant at first, or?
No, I was very open-minded.
Okay.
Because my sister, she was into this stuff. She was a big nerd. Like, she worked at GameStop, had all the games, the consoles, had her own collection of Funko Pops. And when I was, because we're like 7 years apart, and I'm like, what the heck are those things? And now I'm the one collecting these things. So I think it's funny, ironic. It's been pretty cool. He's definitely opened up doors that I'm interested in. So to feel like I've been dragged along, it's, I say, like, an understatement. I'm actually, pretty happy to venture and see what else I could like.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the connection to, so this is when I walked up to the booth, I was obviously interacting with George, and I was wearing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
You sure? Okay. I just want to make sure, like, we're.
I remember clearly, because I remember you were having your camera there.
Yep. So
Candyman shirt, doesn't matter.
Candyman.
I see it better.
That's all right. And my Sam trick or treat hat.
Oh heck yeah.
You can see the
Is that the new Candyman or is that like the original?
Oh, this is original. The original.
That's original. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the problem with these like rebooted movies that have the same exact name. So
Yeah.
like, already we're off on a tangent, but it's just like, why would you reboot the series and then keep it Scream, Candyman? Like when there's already a Candyman and a Scream.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Halloween has like 3 different movies that are called Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, because I like I understand it. I'm on the same boat. Like it's tough because it's hard to really recap like catch that the nostalgia from like the older movies. So a lot of the remakes are not really catching that. Some of them really do catch it. Other ones don't really get that that hook on that for what the audience is looking for. For example, that last Texas Chainsaw, I would say, is just like people were intrigued by the trailer, but once it came to the movie, they were like kind of just thrown away from it.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people were really upset about the Sally thing.
Yeah, I think I was one of
Remember
them.
Sally? Or you're not that big into Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
You
already forgot that. So Sally was so Sally's like the Laurie Strode of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah. I'm just found the
So-
names. Yeah. All right.
And the blatant kind of ripoff of
It's the final girl thing.
but it was so like Halloween 2018. It was
Oh
it was
yeah,
terrible.
the fact that she was like
How she's like
doing it, like her whole life is dedicated to it.
yeah, and
like,
how she's like in the shed like getting her guns ready and everything, and then she gets a call and whatever. But I love that shirt, so that's why I picked it up.
Yeah.
The movie I'm like iffy on, but the shirt is actually really good. So we got some people in here. We're not ignoring the chat. We're gonna like to let some people roll in here. So we got Doshi Gaming, hype. That was before we went live. I've been watching some of your past videos when I'm playing Animal Crossing.
Love that. I love that.
That's great. Awesome.
She
Do you guys like Animal Crossing?
does.
Yeah.
Love it. Love the love for Animal Crossing.
I'm more of a Luigi's Mansion 3.
That's what. Listen, I have been combing through that. Like recently, I kind of fell off just because of busy, but I love Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, it's that game is just. I haven't finished it yet, only because like of other games coming out, especially on the PS5. Like I've been jumping back and forth, kind of type deal. I just recently started playing it again, so I can finish it. I'm on like the part with the poltergeist cat part. That's where I'm at right now.
I'm like in the mall.
Hear that?
This is like underground code that I don't understand. I'm in the mall.
Okay, you and I are in the same boat.
I'm in the mall. Yeah, Doshi. Okay, awesome. Love it. We got Laren, Hey Eddie and Haley, and everyone. Welcome back, Laren. Good to have you here. Tony's Movies and More. Hey Ed and Haley, how's it going? It's going good. Tony, by the way, just hit 1K subscribers. So
Congrats to
That's
Tony.
awesome.
congrats to Tony.
All milestones are.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So do you, George and Alexis, do you guys watch like Blu-ray like hunting videos? Like, do you know about that on YouTube? Like people hunting for Blu-rays the same way people hunt for pops?
Actually, that's something I was actually looking for. I've been trying to find a steelbook case of the Spider-Man movie. I went to Best Buy the other day and they were completely sold out. And I'm like, I've been trying to get that. I know that recently, but mainly I collect VHSs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, because I know Tony. Tony, I don't know if he has VHSs. I know he's the 4K and all that stuff, but that's what he does. He's like it's called a blue tuber. So
I only just found out about him because of this guy. So
yeah.
I'm big on nostalgia. Like I bought like this whole TV with the VHS insert inside with
Like no
it.
joke.
From like I bought that at a flea market, and I just been hunting VHSs. Like that's all I've been doing.
Yep. Do you?
Oh,
Sorry. Go.
little side story. For a Halloween party we hosted, we wanted to make it vintage. So what's better vintage than the TV, putting in the tape?
Yeah.
Funny thing is, I didn't know you actually had to rewind it once the whole movie went through to play it again.
be kind, please rewind.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
That is great. Do you because there's people out there that make new movies into VHSs. Do you buy those?
No, I actually didn't know they actually did that, but I definitely would be interested. I'm big on indie movies.
Yeah.
Definitely big. I mean, this Trick or Treat movie was big indie until they caught this crazy hype out of nowhere.
Yep.
I remember when it first came out on Shudder. I was a big Shudder subscriber, so and then when I saw it, I was like, this movie's amazing. And then it just started getting its go up, which is great. I hope that every indie movie could possibly shoot up crazy, but only some people will get that lucky niche.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like people out there that just take a new movie and they'll stick it into like a VHS kind of format, and then they'll sell it in a VHS case and everything. And it's actually really neat how they do that.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Laren, hey Tony, and then hey Laren. Doshi, the studio believes they can get a new audience if they keep the same name. I believe they just think we're stupid. We can't tell the difference. I think he's talking about what,
like the horror movies.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it'll draw anybody because if I'm being honest, like even the Candyman, like it drew me in because I was a big Candyman fan. Even the originals. I mean, it was a different take because of it being part of like not really your typical storyline of horror movies. This one took place in the slums of kind of Brooklyn, the Bronx kind of type deal. And so with that, I mean, I think the remake from the Candyman was phenomenal. I think they did a really good job on how they continue that on, if I'm being honest.
Cool. Alexis, did you see it?
Say that again, he broke up.
Sorry, did you see Candyman?
Oh yes, we saw Candyman. I think you showed me for the first time.
Yeah,
the original one or the newer one.
Yeah, I showed her the original one, and then we saw the new one. I try to drag. Usually, anytime any new movie that we watch, it's usually always her I go with. I don't really go with anybody else. Like I always drag her along. I mean, it's not like I drag her along because I have nobody else to watch with, but I enjoy watching movies with somebody that I care about. So
yeah,
it's fun.
Antoine Gonzalez.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's a really good buddy that we know. We go not too far back, but it feels like a long time. It was just so random on Instagram. I saw because we're big on anime too, and we saw like these cool stickers that were for cars, and I was like, these are cool. And we started buying a lot because we were really liking what he was pushing out. Then eventually, we started talking as he messaged out. He reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, dude, I really appreciate you supporting and this, that, and the third." Like, and it was his own small business, and he was always trying to hook it up. And I told him like, "No, dude, like I want to support you 100%." And his page is Do Not Dread. Let me put that out there now, but. He is an awesome dude. We've met a couple of times in person already, which is always, he's just the same person behind the phone is the same person in person, he is a great guy.
Very down to earth.
Yes. And I'm more than glad to call him a friend now because he's been nothing but a great person to us.
Good. Cool.
Oh, awesome. Here's actually one. I don't know if we're allowed to see it.
Nudity, don't mind that.
But that's one of his Aaron stickers that he made.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I know he has like another one from like Demon Slayer. He has a whole bunch. He makes his shirts now. Actually, can you get me that shirt?
Yeah.
This is actually a prototype shirt. I need to send it back to him, but he let me use it for an event that we had last month. And I don't know if you guys ever seen Evangelion, Neon Genesis.
I've heard of it though.
But wrong way. But yeah, Do Not Dread. That's the front. I know it's probably backwards on here, but the back.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's Ava Unit 3 or 2. I think Ava Unit 2. Yeah. And yeah, he has these really cool ideas. He actually has some pretty cool pins, as well. But yeah, awesome guy.
That's so neat.
Heck yeah.
Love to see it.
Well, welcome, Antoine. We're gonna get through the comments here, and then we're gonna get into the first thing that's pre-planned, which is showing off some recent pops that we've all mutually bought. But Doshi says, I actually like new Texas Chainsaw movie better than Halloween Kills.
I would gladly agree.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I saw Halloween Kills, and I was pretty upset how like 20 people versus one person could not take this one guy down at the very end. Spoiler alert, sorry, I mean, if anybody hasn't seen it, but man, I was just like, really? I was like, you guys had all these opportunities. But I mean, that's a lot with the horror movies when they try to kind of prolong it a little longer.
Yeah. I know someone that I was talking about it with, they were like, how come he did it? Or like, how come no one shot him in the head? Like they were shooting him in the chest, but like, why is no one doing the head? And I'm like, well,
because movie.
Because then you wouldn't get Halloween Ends. Halloween would have ended in Halloween Kills. So there you go. But you know, ironically, that's actually my favorite scene in that whole movie. I was so tense when, like, you remember that, like when he's being surrounded by the people. I was like, Mike, you're going down, bro. Yeah, he did. And then of course they did that that like cheesy thing where, because I remember reading they had to like film it a funny way. Like they didn't film it on location when he's killing the people. They had to do that in a studio. So they did like weird kind of artsy ways of him killing the cameraman or something. It was very bizarre, but I don't know. I think Halloween Kills is a little bit better of a movie, but that's just everybody has an opinion. What would be your opinion?
Yeah.
Halloween Kills was definitely a little more memorable for me.
Okay.
Whether that's like in a good or bad way, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like I had more fun watching Halloween Kills.
Okay. Yeah. And Alexis, I don't know where you went.
If you had to attend to the baby real quick.
Okay, yeah. So everybody watching, there's they have a little boy.
Yeah,
who is
4-month-old. So if she pops in and out, she's trying to
Dude,
making
we
sure.
did it again. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I did that at the beginning. I was like, oh, like what's his name? And yeah, I felt terrible. Anyways, we'll move on. We'll move on from that. There you go. That's for you. I love you guys. I'm so glad I'm here. And Doshi, best part of Halloween Kills was the flashback to 1978.
Yes, definitely with the 3 kids in their little Halloween costumes. That's awesome. Yeah.
I got the attention to detail.
Saw the NECA figures for that because I collect some, slowly collecting NECA figures now. And I saw the 3-pack of that, but I didn't jump on it. I regret not jumping on it now when I think back on it. Yep.
And I think I skipped over Tony saying thanks, guys. And Doshi, I want to start collecting Funko again.
Do it.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. That's all I'm gonna say.
It is. It's. I mean, here down in Orlando, it's a very. I mean, depending where all you're at, but I would say down here in Orlando is become very difficult to really acquire some exclusives. I would say, and especially when it comes like to Hot Topic or Box Lunch drops, like. It's pretty crazy now. Back before, a few years ago, it was never like that. Now it's just nuts. Yeah. But I'm glad there's other collectors, but it's a tough thing to get into down here in Orlando. If you're anywhere else in the States, definitely go for it.
Just not Orlando. Stay away from Orlando.
It's definitely stopped being niche-y as it was.
Thank you.
All right, so we will go back to the original screen here. So I guess we're just going to do like we'll obviously start with George because you're the guest, and we'll just do one pop at a time. We'll kind of alternate. So if you want to, hello, welcome back. If you want to show us one of your most recent purchases, one of your pops that you have.
I know we just posted this on our recent page, but it is the most recent one I got. But it is definitely one of my
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. I love it. Alan Brennan. I love this movie so much. When I found out that somebody had posted it, and I was like, there's no way that these are real. And of course, on the Funko app, they were real. And I was just like, and I had messages to the guy. I was like, hey, are you willing to get rid of them? And how much? And he was willing to trade, and I throw some money on top. And then next thing you know, they're now in my possession.
All right. So can I ask you how much you paid?
So I did $80 plus Wade Wilson shared sticker trade for that.
Okay. All right.
So I technically just knocked off like $20. I think he was like asking like $100 for the set because they're like 50 each. So I mean, I kind of paid what he was they're going for. So I mean, I'm not too hurt about it, only because this is for my personal collection, and I'm really, really excited for him.
Yeah.
I have to ask, since you said like you trade Funko Pops like with other people, like if you want something.
Yes, especially if if it's a very expensive one, or if you're just trying to how I think of it is just like I'm giving myself a discount. So instead of me paying full out of pocket, like the full price, I'll try to offer them some pops with her. And sometimes people are really hard to really please with what they want. Thankfully, this guy, he actually saw something that he was interested in, and he was able to knock down the price. So which I just see as like, okay, a pop that I paid for already is like, I can just use that I like, don't get me wrong, I like the pop, but it wasn't really something I was proud to showcase. So I was just like, I had to have those Step Brothers because I know anybody that literally is going to see them, because everybody I know loves the Step Brothers movie. So I know I have to probably hide these from them so they don't steal it from me now. So
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, because I know it's pretty commonplace, like, for people to trade their pops, but like, do you have like your own collection, and then ones that like you set aside to trade? Like, do you buy like multiples to trade?
yeah. I usually buy multiples only because I mean I usually mainly do it for the trade, or I try to kind of build up my way to some expensive, because especially when it comes to horror is like, a lot of them are super expensive. So I try to I grab one extra to only trade because maybe somebody else that maybe couldn't make it to that drop that day, and instead of me telling them like, hey, give me this much for it, I try to like cut them a deal, be like, hey, just tell me what you have to trade and I'm willing to trade. It's either or, is nobody's lost, nobody's gained. It's just everybody's winning at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I try.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Continue.
I was gonna say, like, because like I can't ever think of parting with anything from my collection, but that just must be me being a hoarder or something.
That's literally how we were. How Alexis had said in the beginning, like, it was
like when we collected, we bought what was cool, what was interesting. We didn't really had a straight preference
or
of what
genre
genre of what we liked. But then with buying more and more, and you have less space, we're like, okay, we need to really think about what we really like, what we are okay with parting with, which is horror, because he had a whole bunch of anime as well, and horror. I had a whole bunch of other miscellaneous stuff too, but
yeah, and obviously, like, because we gift each other pops on like holidays or like anniversaries or get together, so stuff like that we won't get rid of because it's sentimental at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So we'll keep those regardless. But I mean, if something we both kind of think, like, say if she has one pop and I have one exactly the same, we both wanted it, but it depends really at the end of the day. So we'll be like, oh, she likes it more than me, so I'll get rid of mine and I'll admire yours at the end of the day, because I mean, I would say our collection is kind of shared. So
Yeah, that's a really interesting point, because I've been debating that now that we're moving into our first apartment. It's like, are they still her collection, my collection, or is it our collection?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we definitely have some duplicates. Not many, but some. Like the one off the top of my head is like
Shining.
The Shining.
Yeah, The Shining. Yeah. But yeah, no. So that's definitely interesting. But for you guys, it's obviously our collection.
Like, for example, like I think the one double that we have that we definitely will never part with is Dobby from My Hero Academia.
Oh, I thought you meant Harry Potter.
Yeah, I thought so.
Dobby.
This is Dad.
When we got him, I remember I waited out in line in Hot Topic for that morning. I remember before work, and I grabbed them. I grabbed two of them, and then I remember we were like, after a while, obviously he just shot up in price. Like he's super expensive now, regardless, shared sticker or even con sticker. So we're like, we like them as a character so much in the show that it's just like I can't part with him. I really can't. And it's more sentimental behind that is a bigger story because our first child we adopted at the shelter, which is our dog, and we named him Dobby.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's funny.
yeah, so that's why we ended up that's why another reason why we're ending up keeping it. So it's just too sentimental at this point to even get rid of.
That's great. That's great. Speaking of the drops, okay, so this is something like when it comes to movies and stuff, there's like a dedicated day. Like Tuesday is usually when new movies come out on Blu-ray and 4K.
Mhm.
I don't know, and maybe you do. I don't know what the dedicated, if there even is a dedicated day for Pops to come out in stores. Like I don't know.
It's tough. Like it's pretty tough because they'll tell you because street dates. They'll tell you a street date. I'll put Target as an example. They'll have a set street date for this one specific day, but those Pops either probably already came out either a month or two beforehand the street date, or they're delayed. So it's never accurate. The only times it's ever accurate, I would say, is probably for conventions, but it all depends on the store too. Because like any convention, like when it comes to LA Comic Con, New York Comic Con, WonderCon for like Hot Topic or Box Lunch, like they're usually the ones that are always kind of on point with it. But there's sometimes other Hot Topics won't have it the same day as this specific Hot Topic. So it just always cycles around. Yeah, it's always a hit or miss. So that's why I try to just tend to follow a whole bunch of the Hot Topic pages or Box Lunch pages on Instagram, and turn on their post notifications, and they'll usually post it the night before. And it's kind of like the one heads up, but just be prepared for some people to camp out at 12 a.m., especially if it's something like really sought after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, because you said you were waiting out like for that Dobby one before your work. Have you ever waited out in front of a store to get there and they didn't have it?
Yeah, I know. I know one time. Actually, it wasn't that long ago. I was trying to get the restock for Twice and the Guillaume, the Chase. I was trying to go for those, and I got there like at 4 a.m. And there was already like 12 people in line. And so I was like, and I asked everybody, because when I get there, I asked everybody just so I'm not waiting in line for no reason. I asked them like, hey, what are you getting and how many of you getting them? Because the stores will post the quantity of what they have.
Yeah.
And once I get to the point of where it's like I know it's the cutoff, like I know there's not going to be any more, I'm like, well, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
So that's kind of usually what I do. I would say that's probably the earliest I've done. Other times have been like I said, back when I got Dobby, it wasn't too bad. Like it was to the point where I camped out, but the next day they still had some in store, like on a regular open day, like midday, and it was just like, I wish that's how it was now, but it's not.
Yeah. Because I would love to do videos, but I don't know, like drops, so I kind of rely on just randomly going into a store and just being like, all right, let's see what we got here. I don't know what's coming out yet.
I would say probably I would just say just keep on a lookout for, especially check out like Original Funko, like their Instagram, like they'll post like the shared locations of some Funko Pops when they'll release in store. Like they'll say like Hot Topic or Box Lunch, like they'll drop all the pops and then somebody will post like they'll post the page of who are the shared retailers. Mm-hmm. And then from there, once you see that post pop up, and especially if something, it's something super popular, then you'll know that that's going to be a big kind of camp out kind of type deal.
Gotcha. All right.
As well.
Yes, that's another thing. I remember. I recall meeting up with one friend, like now that I can call a friend. Like it was just random. I was waiting in line for a Funko Pop. He came up behind me. He was like, "Hey, is this the line for I think it was Mr. Compress for My Hero?" And I was like, "Yep, this is it." And he was, "All right, cool." Next thing you know, we're chatting it up for like the next 3 hours, and to this day, we're really good friends now. So it's awesome. You meet some great people out there. Sometimes you'll meet some people that think that they're above the world, but I mean, like it's just all you have to do is just follow the rules, and it's pretty easy. I mean, it's nothing too crazy.
Yeah. Do you guys do you know Dave from Exclusive Funkos?
Yes. Lito and Dave. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because he was our first guest, and that was something that we talked about a lot. We talked about using pops as currency versus paying full retail price, or when you're doing a trade, paying full price.
That's exactly where the trade will come in.
So yeah, I could think of maybe 3 or 4 off the top of my head that I could use as like trade currency. So
yeah, because
like ones that I've probably gotten like in the way beginning, just as like a properties. Like I know I've gotten some as gifts, but like not necessarily like to give them away like it was a bad gift, but like the person giving them to me was like, this is a pop. Do you know the property that's from? Probably not, but it's a pop.
Yeah, I know you like pops, so here's a pop.
Yeah, just a pop. And it's like, what is this from? Who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually funny because when I met Dave and his brother Lito one time camp because his brother was actually very new to collecting at the time, and this was like for what was it, Tornado from One Punch Man, and they were camping out. We were all camping out, waiting in line for it. And he was like, "Yeah, my brother's really into it," which was Dave, and it was funny. And then now we're all good friends too.
Yeah. So he was a good guy. He was a good guy. Fun to talk to. Alexis, do you have one that you want to show?
Yes.
All right.
The most recent one.
This is a big one, actually. Not really big, but like it's actually a first for both of us.
Yes.
But for her, I know she's very excited. She's very big on Star Wars.
Okay. Aww. All right. Well then, glad we got that baby Yoda up in the corner there on the background.
Oh yeah, you should see what she has. She hasn't put away, like obviously because we're very minimal on space right now, but she
started me with my collection with almost all the Grogu's.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, oh, I want to go ahead and buy it, he's like, no, I'm gonna get it for you because I started it. Like I'm gonna finish it for you. Like even the pre-orders with the Grogu and the butterfly. We got lucky. We went to Georgia. We found Grogu with the chowder squid. Yeah. Like even the chowder at the squid, and he went on his face.
Yeah.
They're just like too cute. Just things like that, just too cute. But this is our recent.
The die cast.
The die cast.
Oh, I saw that one. That's a really cool box.
Haven't got the chase, but we do have a couple more coming. Hopefully that we're able to get the chase.
Yeah, it's a funny story because I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna get one. But then actually seeing pictures, I was like, oh, the chase looks dope. And then they sold out. So when we notified, he texted me, just got 2 of them, and I'm like, just got 2 of them. And he's like, what? So we both bought 2.
So we have 4 more coming.
4 more coming with 2 little Grogu's with the little.
Yeah, I've never seen a die cast. Can you hold it up one more time? Because so like, what is it like? Is it glass?
It's kind of, but it's just straight plastic.
Oh, okay, okay.
This piece is extremely heavy.
He is 100% metal.
Wow.
So he's heavy.
I like that it has it imprinted on there.
Yeah, it clips on
That's
there.
Cool.
It's its own little pop protector.
That is really neat. Yeah, because like obviously I've been seeing the die casts, and I'm like, what exactly is a die cast? And well, there we go.
Because I know the first 2, which is number 3, right? Oh no, this is 1. But I know it was like the Captain America and the Iron Man. It didn't really pique our interest, but she's really big on Boba and Django. So once she's seen it, I was like, oh, we have to get it now.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Are those the only 3 die casts that are out? Am I
yeah, I think so. Right, as of right now, yeah.
All right.
Because I know something new that they had started.
Oh, me.
Haley's turn.
Okay. I'll do this guy from our also most recent video.
Yep.
That we were at Johnny's shop.
Oh, yeah, I haven't got to see. I was gonna watch it because I love Johnny. Johnny's such an awesome dude.
Sorry for spoilers. But I couldn't pass up Jim Henson and little Ernie. It's backwards. Ernie.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
He was originally holding Kermit, but you know the Target exclusive has little Ernie, and I think he's adorable because I love little like how the Grogu, like when Bo was holding Grogu, like how it's still like popified.
Yes.
It's like little popified Ernie too. So it's like the little things that I love.
Little details.
I strongly recommend going to the Daytona Flea Market and checking out Geek Out. It's definitely a contained space. But it's like a little mini Funko Pop Con is the way I described it. The way he has it set up.
Yeah, it's like if you took a stall from, or a stand, I don't know what you would call them, from Funko Pop Con and just
and
placed it.
permanently put it in there. It's the most well organized of the Funko stores there.
Okay.
So, and he's just like you said, he's a great guy, and we talked a bit, and so that's your pickup from there.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, no, I'll save. All right. Well, this is my only one pickup from Johnny's store, and it came out of nowhere, and I was like, all right. Well, we talked about this previously on our last stream, the Conan O'Brien pops where he's like playing. One of the characters.
Yeah.
And so I picked up Conan as Chucky.
Cool.
That's awesome. Yes.
I think it's hilarious.
I actually have from the Child's Play too. I have the signed one by the kid who played as Andy.
Nice.
Alex Vincent. So I have that one signed from Spooky Empire.
Okay. I've been to a couple of those Spooky Empires. Yeah. Those are good.
I'm excited for Spookalo because of the guy who played as Sam. I'm gonna get my original Sam Funko Pop signed by him.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
That sounds fun. Where do they go?
What?
Those cons. The
Spooky Empire is strictly Orlando, or sometimes they'll be like in Tampa. Like I know they did a couple in Tampa.
Yeah, I remember the one time they did it in Tampa. Well, for me, the one time I went in Tampa.
Yep.
Yeah, we both went. We both went in Tampa.
I don't know who else you went with.
And yeah, because I know the Spookalo is going to be something new to me, so I'm excited for that. I've been to the same venue for like I think it was the Matsuri, like it was like an anime convention that they did there, which is really cool. The area is huge. It's like a huge like horse ranch kind of type deal, and it's like they have like their own like arena for horses, like horse shows and stuff. Like it's nuts.
Dang.
Man.
All right.
So man.
Back to George.
Yes.
Oh, for your next one.
Oh, my next one. So this was actually not a Funko Pop. No, it's okay. This was actually not a Funko Pop. This actually goes to one of my NECA figures.
Oh, okay.
And when I saw him post, this is actually from Mike's Comics. It's Pamela from Friday the 13th, Part 3. Yep. This is when she was in the lake, obviously decaying. I thought it was pretty cool. I had to have it. Sad that she passed away. Rest in peace. But I just had to.
Yeah.
I love NECA figures. Like like the more I see them around, the more I realize like these are pretty neat. Like I see like the Universal monsters.
Oh yeah. So,
and I love the boxes.
Yeah. I just love the detail and the amount of them. Like it's insane. It shocks me sometimes, and I'm just like, it's really, really cool. And if it's not NECA, it's definitely the McFarlane toys, especially when it comes to Spawn. I'm a big Spawn figure guy.
Yep.
Yeah, I just can't afford another collection.
Yeah. I have too many collections.
Are you gonna be at the toy and comic con that Johnny's putting on?
Yes, I'll be there to attend as like a regular guest. But we will be at the FunCon the day before vending. Okay.
Yeah, because we'll be back for that because we're like I told you off air, we're moving to Savannah, but we're definitely coming back down for that. So
okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely see you there because I can't stop raving about it. It was because we went to Coliseum Roadshow like 2 weeks prior or something, and that was sort of a letdown for us because it was mostly comic books and stuff. It wasn't really Funkos. It was like a couple tables in the middle of Funkos.
Not even that. I feel like even for like a comic collector, I mean, don't get me wrong, there were bags, like people carrying bags of things, but it's just a lot of their like, all right, well, we can't sell this in our stores. Yeah, so it's just like a big garage sale kind of felt like. So even like I was like looking for some like manga that I could have potentially liked.
See and here's the thing, like because I know like their first day is like 60% off or however it is, and it just goes higher by Sunday. But the thing is, everybody buys everything out the first day.
Yeah.
Like,
I would have loved to have gone there on Sunday and been like, let's see what we got left.
Empty boxes.
They're selling the
and it's
tables.
like-
They're selling the tables.
And it sucks because, like, I mean, sometimes you're just like, I'm gonna wait till Sunday, but next thing you know, it's already gone by then, because people are just like, to them it's already a good deal, but for me, I'm like, I'm not trying to be cheap or anything, but like, I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to get the best bang for my buck, really. So, obviously, it's just exactly how Haley said. It's just like, if it's not selling in store, you guys are really just trying to get rid of it. So, I might as well catch a really good deal out of it.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing that was really upsetting. The Funkos they did have, they had like 20,000 repeats of the same Funko. I was just like,
and
no.
the majority, they're like the super random ones. Like, it's some things that people don't even or watch or play or whatever.
I do remember saying, like, I wish I had waited to get the whole Seinfeld set for Coliseum, because they had every Seinfeld pop you could imagine there. I was like, darn, I should have waited to finish the whole set for this.
Yeah.
But
the thing is, like, a lot of the cause they had them set up, like, you know, all on the table, so you kind of were looking at the tops.
Yeah.
So, like, the very, like, rare, like, one, like, outcast that was like, oh wait, I might actually like that, because, like, I have, like, the Christmas Eeyore, and I was like wanting the figure, but every single one I found, like, the boxes were damaged, so it's like, of course they'd be here because the boxes.
Yeah, that's the sucky part about being an inbox collector. I wish, like, part of me wishes I only collected out of box, and like boxes that I found out in the wild that were like ran over by a truck. Who cares?
Go inside.
Who cares? Who
So
cares?
that's actually funny, because I remember when I literally stayed out to like 8 a.m. to try to get one of these beers, and he just came. He like I guess their shipment was just completely destroyed. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah, that's
bad.
rough.
It's dented in. Front is just mashed in. So I'm gonna end up taking him out the box, only because
You have a light.
there's really no point.
Do you have a lot out of box, or
Actually, one recent, I think it was a Collecticon that was in the convention center.
Yep.
So this is actually funny, because I started watching. Well, I mean, I've been watched the show. I started showing her, which is, I don't know if you guys ever seen Duck Dynasty. So there's this one guy that always vends at some events, and he always has some really interesting stuff, especially when it comes to Spawn figures. And I seen this one thing right as I was checking out, and I'm like, I have to have.
Uh-oh.
Whoop.
I feel like this happens.
Why does this happen every time?
I don't know.
But are we frozen? That's the real question.
We have to watch her.
Yeah, we have to watch back. 43. Remember 43.
43.
Give it a second. I'm sure it'll reload.
And for those of us who are seeing us frozen.
Yeah. Like, hold on. Are we frozen? Or are we talking?
Oh no, we're talking.
We're talking. Oh, are they back? Oh, nope. All right, hold on. We're working on it.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
What a flattering image, too, to get frozen on. Hold on, I'm gonna message on Instagram.
Technical difficulties.
Power went out.
Power
1
went
second.
out.
I can vouch for that. Because we were just experiencing really bad weather.
Yeah.
Only they are frozen. LOL. Thank you, Laren.
Thank you.
Laren. Let's highlight that. Thanks, Laren. Coming in clutch. Doshi, I'd love to be a guest on your channel one day. Show off what Funkos I got. Yeah, definitely. We're just kind of working our way through. Like, we have a bunch lined up, but I'll definitely reach out to you at some point, and we can get you on here because I know Mark. It's storming pretty bad by us. That's probably why. Yeah. Well, we're just north of them.
Yeah, it was funny because while I was waiting for him to get home, I actually watched Dark Shadows, Tim Burton. And it was really funny because it was thundering, and it was really hard to tell when the thunder was actually coming from outside or if it was from the movie. And as far as I know, there was no thunder in the movie at all.
Yeah. Yep.
But it was like I said it was like I'll be fitting.
We're back for now until our Wi-Fi. I've just threw it on my phone for now.
Yeah, you're good. It was funny because like you froze on the most unflattering position. So you'll have to rewatch just to see. Irving Two Beast. I don't know if you can see this or not, but he says it's storming pretty bad by us. That's probably why.
Yeah, Irving's another guy that we actually became really good friends with. So
okay.
He's a really cool guy, but it is like I started hearing a storm, but it's actually pretty rare for our power to go out, so it's actually pretty strong out, I guess. But I see that.
Not nice. That's not nice.
Actually, your phone sounds better. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't hear like when we would talk to you, like there would be a quick echo. I don't hear that anymore.
Oh,
so.
okay.
So
all right, sweet. So we'll use that. Can I use the?
You want me to go use mine? Mine has battery.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, just charger.
Mine.
But anyways, because my phone's on 20%, so I'm gonna see if I can get a charger. If not, we might jump on her phone.
Okay.
So as I was getting back to, I don't know what's the last thing you guys heard.
I had just asked get a lot of pops out of box, and then you cut out.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So we were at the Collective Con event, and this is one guy that really has a really cool collection.
You said the Duck Dynasty.
Yeah. Okay. So Duck Dynasty, and so as I had her, pretty much we ended up finding Psy out of the box.
That's great.
When we seen that, I was like, we have to have him because I think he's one of the funniest characters on that show.
That's cool.
Yeah. Was it just because it was you saw it in person, so you had to get it, or you just didn't want to find it in box? Or
no, I actually did not know that they had pops of them, and I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna find this opportunity again. Normally I'm an inbox collector, but I couldn't pass up. I think it was $6 for him, so I was like, yeah, I'll grab him.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Duck Dynasty?
I definitely caught glimpses of it. It would just be something I would put on the TV and then listen to just because it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
Whenever you get the chance, definitely check it out. You'll see why Sai is probably one of our more favorited characters. He's a hoot.
Yeah.
He's a hoot.
He is that, because I feel like how could you not know Duck Dynasty? It was so big, it was such a big kind of stamp on pop culture at one point. But I've never seen an episode. So it's like Duck Dynasty, Tiger King, those kinds of things that just kind of come along, make an imprint, and then leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's really cool.
So, is it okay if we jump on my lady's phone because she has more of a charge than I do on her phone?
Yeah, that's fine. Fine.
So I'm gonna just hit leave.
Brief intermission.
Let me turn up
the volume.
There we go.
Yeah, just a quick little swap.
All right, Alexis, you're up next.
Oh my God, put me on the spot.
I think we're gonna do 3 each. So we just did George's second. So
okay.
I also feel like just showing off pops is a good way to get conversation flowing because you get stories out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely all day. Definitely fun. Oh, whatever you want.
Do you know how terrible I would feel if that whole shelf just?
Oh,
don't jinx it.
I would literally just sit here and stare at it, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna sleep on a couch tonight. And deal with it in the morning.
The good thing is they all have soft protectors.
Okay.
So not too much damage if they do fall.
Yeah, some most of actually all of them have soft protectors, and some have the plastic hard stack kind of type ones.
Got it.
They have 2 on the floor right now.
I'm just curious, how much does or roughly, if you don't know the exact number, pops does your collection consist of?
If I would say not updated, I think I'm at 178. And I would say all in all, they're all worth. It comes out to around $7,700 worth of all of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, obviously, I did not pay that much, but
I'm
Mo-
stuck between two.
All right.
So I'm stuck between two.
Yep.
Definitely this guy for sure. Let's see. There's
I've
glare.
seen that guy around.
There we go. Okay.
So that's Aizawa Shota. Obviously from My Hero. Pretty much since starting our page, I think he was at that time our most liked. And I know from FYE, I pre-ordered it. I think sometime last year.
Yes.
Sometime last year, I don't know. Sometime last year. And he's just always been like a chill dude, so relaxed, like not really bothered if you've ever seen the anime, and it's just funny. So it's just like I cannot not have it. So it's him in like a little sleeping bag.
It's funny, whenever I saw like if I've seen that pop up like on social media or like in stores, I always like I have to take a second glance because I think it's one of those glowworms.
Yeah.
Then I realize it's a person. I swear to God. Worm.
What was that?
Nothing. But yes. So these are supposed to be recent ones, correct? Or just
Maybe they want to show off.
Whatever you want to show off. We'll say whatever you want to show off.
I mean, yeah, I have too much to show off, so.
All right. Healy, take it away.
I'm gonna show off. Pay no mind to the big sticker on the front.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't take off like the discount stickers. Maybe that's terrible of me because it's kind of an eyesore. But I'm always afraid of residue. I think I'm more afraid of residue than I am the sticker.
Okay.
So, I mean, is it on like the pop itself, or is it like on a protector?
It's on the box.
It's on the window.
Yeah, I would definitely be scared.
Who
Yeah.
put stickers on the box?
Yeah.
That's what the plastic thing is for.
Right.
That would be Books a Million for you.
Yes.
Yeah, excellent.
So,
I've definitely had my eye on him for a while, actually, but I've just never. I don't know why I've never like jumped the gun. Maybe because I'm like a little too picky. I don't know, but I am a big horror fan. And Books a Million has their exclusive Bram Stoker, the author of Dracula.
now only $7. So we were in there, and I was like, "Come on, you got to pick it up now. It's only $7. Come on."
Yeah, true.
Like,
That is awesome.
Yeah, and he's even holding a little book, and it's funny
nice.
because it's even like if you really look, it's the cover is like Books a Million has like their classic book collection. And it's like really decorative colors and they're mostly hardbacks. And it's actually the cover for one of their collection books. And I think that's like,
That's awesome. Yeah.
I love pops with detail.
Books a Million being a little self-indulgent.
Yeah.
They're like, let's put our version of Dracula on the pop.
So you've seen that Dracula movie?
Which one?
Yeah, which one? There's like
Bram
20,000
Stoker
Draculas. Oh, Bram Stoker's Dracula, the one with Keanu Reeves.
Was it Keanu Reeves in there?
And Winona Ryder.
And Winona Ryder and Anthony Hopkins and Gary Oldman. And is that what you're talking about?
I'm sorry. Maybe? No, it might have been the older one.
Your phone is over there. You can take a look. The Dracula Untold. That's what you're talking about?
Oh, that's the new recent one, Dracula.
No, not
Oh, then which one?
I'm talking about the older one. The older one that
Ella Lugosi?
Like
Yes.
1930s?
The old one, like the old
Yes.
one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
had
1930s.
Vlad the Impaler on there.
Yeah.
No, that's
See, there's too many Draculas.
Anyway, yes.
vampire. I like vampires.
Okay. So what would you say is your favorite vampire movie?
Twilight.
No. I don't think it's hard to say, but because y'all like anime, have y'all seen the original Hellsing?
No,
I
I remember
watch.
I've seen one episode a long time ago, but I don't remember it at all. So I really want to rewatch it because I know it's on HBO Max right now. So I definitely want to watch it.
I watched it on Hulu, subbed because dubbed, like I prefer subbed anyway, but like, I was just kind of like, the dubbed, like, let's just see how it is. And Alucard's voice is super doofy on dubbed. So like, it's like impossible for me to watch.
I
highly recommend
we could never get behind dub. I think the only thing that I could ever get behind dub is only because I grew up watching it was Dragon Ball Z, and that's it. But everything else is sub for me. I cannot. I just feel like it's just. No offense to anybody who watches dub, but I just feel like it's so cringy to me, like hearing dub sometimes, and it's just like I can't.
It is. It really is. Yeah, I can only watch like I think I've said it before, like either in a video or a live stream or something, but only because this was the first time I watched it. Was Death Note was dubbed, and Black Butler only because it makes sense with their English accents.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the only two. Any other one, it's like I vomit a little bit.
It's literally me with Attack on Titan right now. Like I have to watch it. So anybody that watches it like dubbed, I'm just like I can't watch this.
Yeah, I've seen the dubbed one. Like I watched like an episode, like, just out of curiosity, and it's gross. It's so
Yeah.
But like I like good thing we started Death Note because he will only watch dubbed because he doesn't like to read. So
Yeah, to me, it's like if I've never seen it before and I'm watching it for the first time, the reading's going to distract, and my brain can't. And like a lot of times, it goes away before I finish reading because I'm like, no, oh god, what's going on right now?
To each their own, man. Like I said, I mean, I will never like everybody has their preference, which is completely okay. I mean, like I said, no. I could never bad talk it or whatever, but I just like my preference will always be sub.
Yeah. No, I get it. So that was Bram Stoker. Sorry, I say Bram. So this one also came from Books A Million, but it's definitely a more recent one, and I think it even surprised you because you were like, you're a fan of the. I'm like I like her, like I like her music, but I actually really like the pop. It's the Whitney Houston.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I especially like when they do the different kind of mouth, and so I like how she has the lipstick around her mouth and everything.
is that why you like the
Dang, that's really there we go.
Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry,
Jordan Peele?
No.
Who? Tyler Perry. It's because
Aerosmith.
It's because we're live. What?
Aerosmith.
What about him?
That you like that one because like his mouth is like really.
Well, yeah, it's, Steven Tyler's mouth is definitely very unique on that pop. But I like when they I like when they put a mouth on them. You know, like
because they normally don't do that. So
they normally don't do that. So
yeah.
it's really cool. And plus, I mean, you know,
that, for me, I would say the one that it took a lot out of me to actually pick it up because out of all her molds, I could never really settle, and it was only because of her that she really pointed it out for me, and that was any Elvira pops. Any Elvira pops. You want to grab mine? Any Elvira pops that had like their mouth. It's just like when she's like, I don't like the mouth, and at first I was like, don't worry about it, and then after a couple of times she's mentioned it, it's just like I start to notice, and I'm like, you ruined it for me. Now I can have these. But there's one specifically that I have that I had to get, and it is the glow chase in her mummy outfit. And I would say this glow is probably one of my favorite glow pops out of all that I have. But if you want to turn off all the lights.
Well, I'm trying to turn on this light so people can see. I'll turn off the light 1 sec.
But yeah, her mouth is pretty like not as bad as the other ones.
Yeah.
Compared to the other ones, they're very cringy. This one was fine.
Oh, there you go. All right. Is she glowing?
Yeah, he got a little glow light from Amazon.
These glow lights, if you ever guys have a glow, I would say thank you, Irving, for requesting a horrible light to us. But yeah, these lights work pretty well sometimes.
Turn off the flash.
Yeah. But it doesn't really take much for it to glow on this one. I'm gonna turn off the light.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Jeez, can do so many things at once. All right, you guys ready for the big reveal?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, the dress. That really pops.
That's neat.
That pops. That's cool.
Yeah,
Love
this
that.
one's really cool. Obviously, I think the batteries are dying on this thing, so.
You guys have any of the black light pops?
Not here.
It's in the other bin.
Yeah, it's in our bins of storage. I would say the ones that I have are like the Stranger Thing ones, because I think it just fits because of the nostalgia of like the 70s, 80s kind of type feel. And I have two, and that's from the Batman animated series, which is the Joker, and I have Harley Quinn.
Yep. Okay. Very cool.
But
Yeah.
bigger question is, do you have a black light?
I do. I mean, we
Okay.
can if we change this light to purple. It's because since this
It's here.
not that one,
Yeah, there we go.
That's true.
maybe this one, kind of.
I don't know. Here, play with it.
Yeah, I would say it'd probably be one of these. I know it works on some pops.
That's funny. My LEDs and they're not on right now, but mine also have like a few lights that are just different for some reason.
Yeah,
I think that's funny.
let's do the flashing party.
Whoa! What if somebody has epilepsy?
There we go. There we go.
Warning.
Trigger warning.
Or
Somebody
it-
has epilepsy.
Turns out that's just the storm doing that. Random question from Laren, but what is everyone's favorite werewolf movie?
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
That's my answer for
Favorite Dracula
Vampire
movie.
and Vampire and
Never
werewolf.
gets old.
I could literally watch that movie.
You have those pops?
No,
They had
but
pops. I didn't know they
They
had
had
pops.
pops?
I did not know they had pops.
At least I'm thinking of the right one.
Van Helsing with Hugh
Van-
Jackman.
Yeah, if you're talking about the Hugh Jackman one, I don't think they have any of those.
Oh.
If they do, please let me know so I can go on the hunt for these now.
That's what we do, because on our last stream we had my buddy Dave from Durant Cinema. He's a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, so I kept showing him a bunch of Arnold pops that he didn't know existed. He was like, "Dude, like you're wrecking me right now. Like stop."
Yeah, the one that I would say out of all the from Arnold one is the Turbo Man one that I have, only because that's my one favorite Christmas movie.
Oh yeah, dude. Yes, rock on. I love Jingle All the Way. Love. Like I love when people say they love that movie.
Like best movie. Put the cookie down.
What is that?
No, I'm thinking.
What are you thinking? She's thinking of Dracula, like the one that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, okay. No, not those.
There's Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
But I mean, it also, if it comes to vampire werewolves, too, I would say number 2 would be Underworld.
Oh my God, yes.
Underworld would definitely be second place for me.
Yeah.
So the whole series, I think it was just amazing. I loved it. Especially, I love the one where they went back in time. That one was probably one of my favorites.
So I think we watched Blood Wars recently, and I had never.
Actually, I might have changed my opinion now. American Werewolf in London, the 1978 one, definitely top tier for me. Because I remember the haunted house in Hollywood Horror Nights a few years back, and I loved that house.
Yeah. That was one of the rare ones that they did like 2 years in a row. They like did it and did it again.
But that first year was amazing because I remember when they showed the wolf, and I that was normally I don't get scared, but that one really had me a jump on that one when the wolf came out. I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, because they had like people working like a big werewolf.
Yeah.
That was bizarre. Do you follow Joe Rogan?
No. Well, I'm lying. I do. Just not on the Boogie Woogie page, but on my personal page, I do.
He has in his studio, in his podcast studio, he has a full life-size replica of that.
Yes.
wolf.
I've seen it. Yes.
I just think it's the coolest thing. I gotta say, American Werewolf in London is probably my favorite.
I would say like it gets like an extra vote for me just because whenever I think of it, I always think of the horror makeup show in Hollywood.
Universal Studios.
But I'm just because they used to do it for Halloween Horror Nights, but they stopped. I wish they would have continued it on. I think it's one of the best shows in Universal. Honestly, that horror makeup show is amazing.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely probably up there. I kind of have a soft spot for the Wolfman remake with Benicio del Toro, but
yes, I think they did phenomenal on that one too. Yeah, definitely all day.
Check out The Howling if you haven't, and Dog Soldiers as well. I'm not big into werewolves though. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, we love werewolves. We love werewolves." I'm like,
if I'm being honest, I would say the best visually made werewolf is from Van Helsing. I think nothing can really top that, in my opinion. I mean, I think that werewolf was probably my favorite looking werewolf ever.
And that's from the Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman.
Kate
Yes.
Beckinsale.
Yeah. That one. If you look at that werewolf, I think they nailed it on many aspects.
Hold on, because I like to see. And I'm gonna share it here. 1 second. There we go. Cool. This thing?
Yes.
Yes, that's Hugh Jackman in werewolf form.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
And it actually looks like they did. Is that CGI or is that like?
It's CGI. It was CGI.
Oh, okay.
Especially that other picture that you have on the bottom left there was the other one, I think.
That's her brother.
That was the brother.
Yeah.
Yes, because I mean they have the whole like.
Oh no, it wasn't him. That was the werewolf they were trying to catch. That ended up scratching her brother. Or one of the story.
I just think they nailed it, like especially with more of the dog aspect. Like they really gave the dog structural features of the wolf. I love the ears. He was an absolute beast throughout the movie.
Heck yeah.
Honestly, I'm more of a vampire over a werewolf if I had to pick, just because like whenever I see werewolves, I don't go scary. I go ooh puppy.
Yeah, ooh cool.
Puppy.
Yeah, I get that. All right, we're wrapping back around for the final round here. George, if you want to show one more off here, make it good. Make it good.
All right. So I'm probably gonna.
Nice shorts, by the way. Nice shorts.
Thanks. They're Junji Ito. I actually picked these up at Hot Topic the other day.
Love that.
Are they shorts or pants? I can't tell.
They're actually pajama pants. I'm actually
okay.
cutting them into shorts.
Got it.
I love Junji Ito.
Wow, meticulous.
I would say my most prized possession.
Freddy Krueger.
Signed by Robert Englund.
Signed by Robert Englund. What does it say?
It says, "For George, sleep kills Freddy Robert Englund." And then on the side, he wrote "Sweet Dreams."
Ooh.
Picture in the back.
Oh, and yeah, it was just like he gave me like a little card with this thing, so I just put it on the back inside the case.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
That's great.
Heck
Yeah.
And that's from Spooky Empire, right?
Yeah. I waited twice, 2 days in a row. I literally only bought a 1-day ticket, but they were able to upgrade our bands for a 2-day for like a weekend pass because he could not get to everybody that first day.
Oh wow.
Because he's getting very old. He has like really bad arthritis in his hand, so his signatures were not keeping up. And I mean I waited in line for like I didn't even get to see inside the show. I think we were in line for like 5-6 hours and we didn't even get to see him. Yikes. And then the next day I came super early. I think we were there like 3 in the morning. I think we were waiting there. And they opened
like what,
10 o'clock. They opened the doors at 10. He came like an hour earlier than where he was supposed to get some signatures knocked out. And we were like the 3rd or 4th people in line. Yeah, man, we were so excited. so excited. And definitely a memory I'm gonna cherish forever. Because like I said, a lot of my favorite actors are not getting any younger. So
yeah. That's interesting because like I don't think a lot of people think about, you would think it's such an easy thing. Like I always think, oh, like man, what a life! You just sit there and you sign. But man, like just write something for like a minute. Just like write something for a minute, and you'll like automatically your hand starts feeling it. So I can imagine that gets tedious. Yeah, we
because like the only reason I'm starting to do these more now is because I missed out on 2 people that were really kind of. That were I was a big fan of. Number one being Stan Lee. I went to MegaCon one year. I know he was there, but I'm like, oh, I'll catch him next year. I'll get a signature next year. Next, passes away. So I'm like, that's something I'll regret the rest of my life. So, and I remember, I think it was like twice that another big guy was Sid Haig's. I love
Oh.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I love Rob Zombie's movies. I've seen all three of them. All even not even all three of them. The Lords of Salem,
Halloween.
all the yeah, Halloween. I think personally my favorite Halloween movies today. I think he did better than John Carpenter in my opinion.
hot
Oh,
take.
wow. We just lost
Uh,
everything.
but he but Sid Haig, I just loved his character so much. She actually got me the pop of him as a birthday gift. I think it was a year or two ago. She surprised me. She really surprised me with it. And I'll definitely regret not getting those signatures because every time I seen him there, I was like, oh, that's Sid Haig's. But
Yeah.
I never got the signature. But I wish I would have. I probably won't buy a pop of him that's already signed because I feel like it kind of takes away from the fact that of experiencing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So good. Thank you for bringing that up. So I'm sure we're all familiar with $7 a pop.
I don't think I've heard that.
Like the online $7 a pop.
Oh no. Yes.
So they have that $7 a pop signature series that they did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they just did one for Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Negan from The Walking Dead, which I love The Walking Dead. We love The Walking Dead. And I was like thinking about it. I was like, I'd like to have this, but your exact point, I would much rather take it to him and have him sign it for me. It's sort of like a disconnect getting a pre-signed pop.
Exactly.
Like, there's no specialness here.
And that's another thing. Is the only reason I put like the 4 George because I have two other pops signed, and one which was the Alex Vincent who played as Andy and Chucky, and Corey Taylor from Slipknot. And I had them all put 4 George on it because this is not something I'm trying to resell. This is just something I'm keeping for my personal collection. This is something I enjoy, and I was just like, I'm gonna remember this. Like, he signed this for me.
Yep. Well, talking about stuff that like is regretful is a twofold because one, they don't have pops for this, which is Full House, and we saw Bob Saget less than 48 hours before he passed away because he was at the Hard Rock at City Walk.
Yeah.
On January 7th, and then of course he passed away on January 9th, and we went to go see him. And had they had a Funko Pop available, I would have taken it with me. And because I actually have it right here, the Full House set, and that's his signature.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
That is awesome.
I actually got to meet him the first time in Jacksonville after his stand-up set like 6 years ago.
Okay. And
I caught him afterwards, and I was like, Bob, please sign this for me. And he took a photo with me, and then he signed it. And
that is awesome.
So, and
yeah. I'm hoping to catch Brendan Fraser at MegaCon this year. I really want to get that Rick O'Connell pop of mine signed by him.
Yes, and please make sure you bring him a cup of coffee. If you get the money reference.
Yeah.
My cup of coffee.
Yeah, from the ride. Yeah.
There's people like watching this afterwards, like, what are they talking about? Speaking of that, look what you did to Laren. I just checked out of this conversation about the Rob Zombie thing. Poor Laren.
Sorry.
Poor Laren.
I think we already answered.
And then we'll answer this really quickly. Doshi, favorite vampire movie? I think we might have answered.
Yeah, I think we did. I think it was between Underworld and Van Helsing.
Yeah. And then I said Twilight, but he said don't say Twilight. I actually don't mind Twilight, believe it or not. I actually don't mind Twilight. What? It's good. All right. So, and Alexis, I believe you're next.
I'm next.
For your final one.
Final one.
You have a grail of your own.
A grail.
They're showing grails. We're showing commons.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, I won't pull it out, but I did. There's a really I don't know if you guys are very familiar with like the waffles that people do. So where like people will buy in, like there'll be like 10 spots, and you probably pay like $10. I mean, it all depends on their prices really. So let's just say $10 as an example. 10 people, so you buy one spot, but some of the pops that you could win are like over $100. So it'll be like a win-win on each end. So like he'll be getting his money for what the pop is worth, but at the end of the day, somebody else could win it for 10 or $20. if they buy 2 spots, more than 1 spot. So I had one. I remember I was just about to get a tattoo, and I think it was in October, like Halloween. We're getting into the spooky. We're in the spooky season, and I jumped on this raffle. I paid. I think I did $20, and I had 2 spots, and I ended up winning a Ghostface, who was his PPG right now is like 270. By the time he was like 120. So definitely, I mean, you can't beat that. $20 for a pop. I mean, I took the risk of, putting the money in there. I could have not won anything, but I ended up winning something. So if you guys ever see those waffles, I think Irving, I know he commented on here. I think he has a waffle going on right now. We're probably going to jump. I've actually won a twice from My Hero Academia from him. Do the waffle, and I think I only paid $12.50.
Yeah, like, well, off air, we'll talk about it because I'm not educated on anything like that.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
But did you find one?
I don't know.
No. Or just maybe like grab the camera and take it over. I don't know if you don't want to take it down.
Our excuse for not showing girls is that ours are packed away.
Oh, we're upside down. Oh, there we go.
Can I flip the camera?
Oh, we're upside down. There we go.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Can I camera? Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. Are you upside down now?
No, we're good. We're good.
So it's a lot to choose and to pinpoint. Yes, you got that for me for my birthday when we went to Georgia. Like all of those right here are the ones that he's gifted me. We have the Blue Spirit, Aang, Beetlejuice, Wednesday Addams for Valentine's Day, of course, to my Valentine's. Barrel, we picked him up, I think, for like $5 or $6. He was super, super mint condition. Frankenstein, also from Georgia as well. But probably a favorite one would be this little Deku in a onesie because I've collected almost all the Deku. He's just always been my favorite. I believe My Hero was the anime that we really picked up on.
She has it tattooed on her leg.
That we really enjoyed. Some may say he's a crybaby. But he's definitely come a long way since meeting All Might, taking his powers. And the little, I guess, don't mind the leg. Babe, turn off the light.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh. That's a
Very
really good
good.
tattoo.
Very good.
Super clean.
Yeah, Haley's big into tattoos.
Yeah, I got my arm going.
Nice. That is awesome. Yes, we do.
Going.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch, but I guess I'll give you a quick little fly of my horror.
Patrick Bateman, I want that chase bad.
Yeah, I love that movie
Yep.
so much.
Yep.
I do too.
And one of my original Sams, I have the complete set of all the Sams. The rest of them are.
Hey, make sure the camera. You guys can see, right?
Let me know if you guys can see or not.
Oh, yeah. You're good.
Angle.
You're good.
I try to stay away from some of the It Pops, but my one favorite one was the creepiest one with the iron through his head.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever seen the Witch movie. Highly recommended.
Okay.
I got the Us chase. I got the whole Killer Clown set. Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees, the Walgreens one. This one actually gives me the heebie-jeebies every single from Junji Ito.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's funny. That's funny. The one that Cat doesn't like.
Yeah.
The Cat doesn't like because it has holes all over it.
Yeah, no, it gives me the creeps. Max in costume from Stranger Things. She's in the Michael Myers outfit. La Llorona.
Jack. Jack. I love Jack Torrance.
Yeah. I have a whole bunch more. They're just put away. We don't have that much space.
Good, I love it. Well, space is space. I'm so scared about moving into this like apartment because I don't know what, like, when we went up to Georgia to apartment scout, we saw a 2-bedroom and we had to settle on a 1-bedroom just for logistics. And I'm just like nervous. Like, I want to take all this stuff out of these stupid containers, but I feel like they're gonna have to stay in there for a little longer.
Yep, that's literally us right now. We have 3 containers that are like 70 quart, and they're all full.
Yep. It's the challenge.
And then of course with my now new NECA figures, it just makes it worse. So like I picked up the ultimate set of the Bride of Chucky, where it has Tiffany and Chucky in one. But
very cool, very cool. All right. We got one up on you. We got one up on you. Show this one.
This is stuff.
Show this one. Mic drop. Come on.
It's a common.
We got one up on you. Bet you don't have this one.
I saw her. She was only like 12 monies, so how could I pass her up? The Kim from Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, that's awesome. We do have the Edward, I think, with the Kirigami.
Well, that one's so cute, but I have this one, but he's put away.
Okay, yeah, those are awesome. I really hope he wins his cases right now. Honestly,
I know.
He is a phenomenal actor. I mean, I'm bummed that he got to miss out, or he didn't miss out. He really just dropped the role of Fantastic Beasts. Yeah. I think he did great. But
justice for Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah, all day.
Hashtag.
We need more Pirates in the Caribbean.
Yep.
My most favorite Edward Scissorhands, though, before you show yours, is when he's like with the hedges, the dinosaur hedge. I love that one. I want that one really bad.
Yep. This one, I was actually blown away that I picked it up. I think it was just because I found it in stores. I don't like this movie at all. I'm actually not that a big fan of it. It's the fourth Matrix movie, and it's the Target exclusive Morpheus.
Yes. We do have that one. She got me that one.
Okay, so there's a bunch of things I don't like about this pop. One, I don't like that that's not that's not Lawrence Fishburne. I don't like that he's not in the movie. Two, I don't like that they recycled the font.
Matrix font.
Come on. It's not even the same font for the movie. Like the movie has a different font. Yeah. So it just creates confusion. That's all it does.
Yeah.
But I have this one, and I have the Books A Million one where he has the code on him.
Oh, that one I do need because it glows in the dark, right?
It glows in the dark, and I pre-ordered that one, and I was really happy I did because apparently it's hard to find. So I was like,
yeah,
right,
I'm still trying to find them. But funny because I think the Funko of it back in December. There was a guy who had Trinity, Morpheus, and Neo, like the original set. They were set up on a table across from us, and I looked at it. I told her, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go look. I saw him, and I was like, and it was right at the beginning of the show, and I told him, I was like, hold off. I told him, I was like, if they're still here by the end of the show, I'll probably pick them up. And I didn't want to pick them up. And she started really eyeing it hard.
Because I think we were watching The Matrix. Because when you watch movies when you're little, you don't really understand, but then you watch it again when you're older, and you're like, oh, I like it. And yeah. So I went over there, and he's like, oh yeah, there's some slight box damage. I picked all three up for $140. And Neo alone, I think the highest I seen him jump was like 180, 175, or even 200. So I'm like, I definitely got my money back. It's definitely a win.
I do have a original Morpheus out of box, and that's only because he was like $60. He was $60, but I ended up getting it for $30 because I traded it some stuff in. But now he's like $80, $70. But
yep. So I don't know. We'll see what we're doing a giveaway, so maybe we'll throw this in there. I was like, oh, cool! I found one of the Matrix pops, and it's a shame because I really wanted to like the movie. Like, did you guys like?
I think
the fourth Matrix.
It wasn't like I said, for me, it wasn't their best. Obviously, it's like it's a hit or miss with these remakes. It's like or especially if it's a continuation to a story. I only liked it in the beginning aspect, like in the very beginning, where they made it seem like they were outside of the movie, but they were in the movie at the same time.
Yeah,
they were like just saying like, oh, I'm surprised that they let us make another movie, like a fourth movie to the trilogy.
Very meta.
Yeah, it was super meta. It was sort of off at first. I was like, what am I watching? This is
that's literally me. I was in confusion, but then after a while I caught on. I'm like, yo, this is actually pretty cool. I was like, but that was just the beginning. After that, I'm like watching the movie. I was like, they could have done better, in my opinion.
They could have done so much better. I think one of the biggest letdowns is you have Keanu Reeves, who is John Wick. He's doing all of his own stunts. And the entire movie, this is what he's doing in the fourth Matrix. He's doing this.
Literally. Literally.
That's all he does. Spoiler alert for anybody watching this. This is what Keanu Reeves does in the fourth Matrix, the whole movie. He just does this.
No flips, no tricks.
He does nothing. He literally does nothing.
He's getting old, man. He's gotta take it easy.
not even that.
John Wick coming out.
He's just dedicated to John Wick. He goes, I can't hurt myself for not to miss out on John Wick.
That's honestly probably what it is. It's probably
John Wick is bringing in that revenue because I loved every single movie so far.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's in his contract. I can only do so much in other movies.
Don't bust a hip.
Yeah, like don't make me do crazy things.
He might have just brought out a wand.
I don't know what this is. Do you know what this
is? Yes, I do want to watch this movie. It looks so good. William Dafoe is actually in it as well. Okay. It's like a Viking movie. It's called The Northman. I've been hearing a lot of good reviews. I am very excited to watch this movie. But no, actually not even a but. I'm just really excited to watch it. Honestly.
All right. What is it?
My phone's just.
Oh, your phone. Okay. So yeah, there we go. So that's a little bit of our collection, more of their collections, but yeah, I don't know. It never gets old talking about Funko, seeing other things that people have, the exclusives, the grails, the glow in the darks are really cool to see. Oh, you're pulling it up.
Yeah.
The Northman.
I feel like
89% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So I mean, if you guys are big on horror, do you guys? I'm sure you guys seen some of the A24 studio movies, like Hereditary, Midsummer.
Those two exactly. Those are the two.
I don't know if you guys seen the old. I do want to watch X. I'm probably gonna rent that one out and watch that one. I really want to watch the X movie.
X, yeah.
In my opinion, I think Jenna Ortega will possibly be.
Spaghetti! Oh, life frozen again. Whoa. Hello. Oh. Are we back?
Are we here? Are you connected to the Wi-Fi?
Hello. I'm not connected to Wi-Fi.
No, we know we're here. No, I think we're okay. I think we're here. But we're actually going to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up because we're almost at an hour and 30. And what's so funny is when we started these live shows, we're like, we're going to go for like 30 minutes to an hour max. It never happens like that. It never happens like that. But no, it was really cool actually getting to talk to you because at Funko Pop Con, I think I maybe said 5 words to you and then I walked away.
No worries.
So it was cool to connect with you. I find it very ironic. They're moving potentially. I don't know if Alexis knows about, but apparently you're moving to Georgia too. You're moving to Georgia.
Yeah.
It's in the works. Yes.
Where in Georgia? Like more toward.
We're trying to go to Marietta. Marietta, Kennesaw kind of type area.
Yeah, we'll be in Savannah, so we'll be in Savannah.
Yeah.
You guys are Savannah, Georgia?
Yep.
Yeah. So we're moving there Friday. So
good luck.
Best
safe travels.
Yes, safe travels. Best wishes. Hopefully the move is smooth.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
So, but we'll have to connect once we're up in Georgia. So.
Yes, definitely. And if you guys are going to go to MegaCon, definitely go out there. I know we'll be there, just walking around, looking at stuff. If you guys never been there, it is definitely a convention to check out.
Yeah.
What is it? 2 or 3 days?
I'll do the weekend.
Because we literally got to like one side into like the red carpet, which is the middle, and that took us like 6 hours.
Yeah,
because they're all like wall to wall, a whole bunch of vendors, definitely a lot of stuff. So I'm sure you want to finish the other half the next day and then be like, oh, I want to go here. I see this that I like, so on and so forth.
That'd definitely be some content for you guys.
Oh, heck yeah. I don't know, MegaCon. I would love to go to MegaCon. We're definitely doing Funko Pop Con, so we'll see you there.
Okay.
MegaCon would be like a kind of like a dream kind of thing. It's like, maybe we'll go to MegaCon one year.
Why is it like overwhelming?
It's all that plus we just gotta figure out all the logistics of moving out and everything. So
Yeah, no, I know, I understand that 100%.
if they did a Full House reunion, because that's my all-time
Yes,
favorite
no,
TV
yes.
show.
That was-
That's
I
my
think that was
all-time
last
favorite TV show. So
Yeah.
I would go for that. Because they just did the 90s con up in Connecticut, of all places. I was like, why are you doing the first 90s con up in Connecticut?
Who lives in
The same reason why they have Neve Campbell and Matthew Lillard up there too. I mean, I've been waiting for them to come to a convention down in Florida, but
Yeah.
can't even get
Florida
that.
gets poor Florida.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been a lot of fun talking to you. So keep in touch, please.
Of course. No,
no.
we'd definitely love to come back for another episode down the road.
Yeah, and we'll definitely put you in a video. Probably once we're at Funko Pop Con, we'll do some collab probably. So
yeah, I think we have something in the works for something. We plan on doing something pretty cool for the next FunCon event. Well, I guess we'll tell everybody now. We're gonna do like a clear box, and they have to figure out the combination. And if you figure out the combination, you get the pop inside.
Ooh,
I like it.
interesting.
I like it. I like it. All right.
All
Bet.
right.
All right. It's been an honor. Thank you for coming on. Seriously. Thank you for coming on.
No, of course.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
We'll see you later.
We'll see you later. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, they're so good. They're so cool.
So
They're so cool.
nice.
I love them.
He's so nice.
Laren says no one's frozen. Thanks, Laren.
Thanks, Larry.
Appreciate that, Laren. But yeah, so thank everybody that tuned in for the live chats. And if you're watching this afterwards, thank you for tuning in afterwards. We don't know when our next Fans of Something Live is going to be because we're moving. So we have to figure out the internet. We have to figure out all that stuff.
Yeah,
and
just where to even set up.
it's going to be stressful. But once that is figured out, we're going to work on getting Johnny from Funko Pop Con and Geek Out, and he was in that video. So we're working on getting him, and I've reached out to a couple other people. So and Mark Doshi. So we'll have to get him on here as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be stress, but it's a good kind of stress.
Yeah,
so something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to. It's like I always say, have something to look forward to. Anything else we want to say, or we're good?
We're good.
We're good. All right, we're signing off as well. Laren says, thanks. Good luck on the move. Have a good night.
Thank you, Laren.
Thank you. Right back at you, Laren. And yeah, so until we talk to you next time, look forward to like shorts, the YouTube shorts. I'm sure we'll post about that. And we're probably going to film the move as well. So look forward to something like that. But this might be a slow week in terms of content just because we have to really focus on moving. So,
yeah.
But we will be back. We're not going away. We will be back. We promise. So until we talk to everybody next time, as always,
keep being
fans
of